And we are live. Hello. This is Stephen, live in wonderful Wiltshire in England. And I'd just like to say hello and welcome. It is 11 a.m. Eastern. It is 4 p.m. in the UK. And we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and shortly on Amazon Live. And something's going on. Okay. What's happened is it's posted a link. Let's just go full screen. You can see the bottom right, if I put that full screen for a moment, before I go live on Amazon Live, I just want to tell you about a live broadcast from Be Live at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 a.m. in the UK. And Daniel is hosting a show with Grant all about skyrocketing your sales on Black Friday, which is a week tomorrow. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. It's going to be 4 p.m. in Israel for Daniel. So looking forward to that broadcast. And now well, I'll tell you more about that later. But let's come back and hide that for the moment. And come back to here, start the clock, and we'll go live on Amazon Live. That worked. I'm gonna try that again in future, just to do a preamble on Facebook and YouTube before I actually go live on Amazon Live. I'm live on Amazon Live now, and the Stream Element spot is running. And if you see this link anywhere, this is the link to the live broadcast at 9 p.m. Eastern with Daniel and Grant and David and Ephraim. So they'll be with you then. But I'm just got to do something. So if you're watching me live, thank you. This is my desktop, and you can see the DJI OM5 gimbal there. In here, all these things are down in the carousel are my aftershocks Aeropex, and there they are, 26 grams in weight. They're perfect for walking, running, jogging, and cycling. And I'm just going to put them down in the carousel on Amazon. So they're now featured in the carousel on Amazon, and they're good. And then over here, you've got the TrebLab earbuds. I'll just close the case again. Let me open the case. Okay, now there is something I want to do at this point. I've been showing you the aftershocks. I just want to bring this card on screen because there's something I have to do. Okay, so I'm currently just changing cameras, and just let me go here and go here, and hopefully this will work. I'm trying a different setup today, so bear with me a second and I will be with you. Okay, so let's try it. So camera changed. We'll be looking at the Nexigo N970p, Logitech Brio, and the Obspot 4K. And now we're back to me. Okay, and if I press this button and take my glasses off, we're all set. I can see comments coming in from Corinda. And let's take Corinda's first comment. Oh, who's Zemal? I don't know. I've no idea. You did it on Nick. I've no idea, Corinda. I'll get close. OBS is great. Obspot is great. Okay, welcome on Amazon Live, and thank you for watching me on the broadcast today. Let's get up to speed, having done today's announcements. Welcome to the broadcast with Stephen. It would look a lot better if I do this. So I'm just going to change theme. That's better. Welcome to the broadcast with Stephen, live from England. We're going to be looking at cameras, and our first camera is down, featured item in the carousel, and you are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen. And after yesterday's broadcast, I think it's safe to say that anything can happen. anything at all can happen in the next 90 minutes or so. And you can take part in it. If you make a comment and you're watching on Amazon Live, then if you do make a comment, like Corinda has, Corinda is ahead of the snake, you can appear on the snake. Okay. Now then, I'm getting my breath back. I've just been on, oh, who's on the back of the, somebody on that snake I don't recognize. So I'll stop the snake, but if you want to comment, then I'll switch the snake back on. And if you're enjoying the broadcast, please do follow. But we're going to talk about the Nexigo Zoom, and I'm featured on their page at the moment, I know. And I'm just going to go over here and find myself. Just let me refresh here. I'm trying a different setup today, which basically normally I use 3 cameras. Today I'm going to use the cameras in turn. If I go over here, I should be able to bring this into the broadcast. Okay, and go back here. So for anybody watching on Facebook, let's just show this. This is close to where I live. This photograph was taken with a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is down in the carousel. And it just takes such awesome photographs. I'll show you photographs throughout this broadcast taken with the camera. And if I remove that one and I remove that one, then the only thing that's left is me and the Zoom certified Nexigo N970p. Now, the first thing you'll notice about this camera is that it is wide. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the main features of the Nexigo, then I'm going to give you a demonstration. So let's go for it. I'm just going to change things up a bit. So let's go here and go side by side. Okay, so you've got a wide view, and we're looking at a Nexigo N970p, and I've got a series of cards all about it, so I'm going to bring them up on screen and we're going to talk about it. So it is the Nexigo N970p 4K webcam. Now it's 4K, which means that I'm broadcasting to you in 720. Okay, let's have a look at this. I'm broadcasting to you in 720, which is DVD. 1080 is high definition, and 4K is the best we as consumers can actually get at the moment. So this is a 4K camera, and Nexigo are an American company based just outside Seattle, and they have a range of 15 cameras, and this is the conference camera. But it's not just the conference camera, because you're actually watching it with me solo. And the thing that impressed me is the quality of the image. I don't know what you think about the image that's actually showing through on Amazon now, but I think I watched a replay yesterday. I think this image is quite good. In fact, very good in actual fact. The camera itself is Zoom certified, and it's got an onboard flash memory, which it uses to store details. It also has AI-powered autofocus. Now, with me on the screen, I'm being centered on the screen. If there were 3 people on screen, it would change its view to include the 3 people. If there were 5 people on screen, it would widen to show 5 people on screen. It does it automatically. Yeah, it works out how many people are on screen, and it does face recognition. And basically, I've got a comment coming from Corinda. It may or may not be relevant. And image is brilliant. Thank you, Corinda. Okay. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you've got a link, and that link goes directly to the camera, but it's not an affiliate link. You can go there, right? If you're watching on Amazon, again, the full Amazon experience, what you can do is just basically click the link below in the carousel to find out more information. Okay, I'm going to give you the salient features. I'm going to give you a demonstration, but if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, click link in the carousel. You're not actually buying anything. You're just getting more information. It's a normal Amazon.com page, and you can decide whether you want to know more and whether you want to buy it. Now, the reason that it can sort of do 1, 3, or 5 people is it's got an adjustable field of view, which it takes care of. You don't need to do anything. The reason for the high quality picture is down to Sony. The thing that Nexigo have done with every single camera that they produce, and I just remember the 15 of those, is that they put something in that nobody else has got to the same level. Okay, and Nick Wood chose a camera on his show, which the range starts at $50. So if you click the link in the carousel, you'll see the full Nexigo range. And this one has the Sony sensor, which is why it's got the high quality picture, as we'll learn in a minute. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. This is important. When you're looking for a new camera or a new microphone, make sure it's got noise cancelling, because this is the difference. If you're broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or Twitch and a dog barks, if you've got noise cancellation on, nobody else will hear the dog apart from you, right? If you've got things going on in the background, the only voice that can be heard is yours. Noise cancelling is important, both in microphones and in cameras. The Nexigo, let's just show it on screen. The Nexigo 970p works with Teams and Microsoft Teams, with Zoom and with Google. Let's just go here again. Okay. But this is the feature that makes it different from all the others. And that is the N970p is built with a Sony CMOS center that features up to 3840 by 2160 ultra high definition at 30 frames per second. Now, 30 frames per second is the industry standard. Yeah. So this is basically, I can't get away from the fact that the image is so good, and it's a great conference camera because it will feature up to 5-6 people on screen at the same time, and everybody uses the same microphone. So to broadcast out to Zoom or from the conference room, simple and straightforward to do. The next feature is it directly saves the settings to the webcam itself. So it's got the flash memory, it said, which means it can save settings for instant recall. I'm going to give you a demonstration in a moment. It has automatic face detection. It will automatically detect all the faces on screen, and it will decide whether there's one person, 3 people, or 5 people on screen, and it will set the thing accordingly. Now, the other thing I love about this is it comes supplied, just a minute, with a remote, which looks like a TV remote. But the thing is that you can actually, clicking the button here, you can preset up to 10 different screen viewing positions. I'll give you for example. So if I take that off for a moment, and I take this off, and I go to option number 2, okay, it's going to zoom out, and you can now see my office. You can see my office in its entirety. This is the zoomed out version. If I zoom back in, you just think I've got a brick wall behind me. So how do we do that? If I zoom out again, and I'm just going to go along to over here, just give me a second, I will find it. It's in my carousel somewhere, and there it is. Okay, behind me, featured in the carousel, you can now see the eMart T-stand. And it's called a T-stand because it's got one central pole and 2 bars across. It's $45.99. And the thing is that when you're broadcasting live, what you want to do is up your game. If you're on a Zoom call, you want to up your game. And using the eMart T-shaped stand, which in the carousel, and a photography backdrop, similar to the one that I've got behind me, then you can totally change your game. Because if I just zoom in now, the backdrop is taking center stage. You don't know about anything else. You can only see the backdrop. And that's because I'm using the camera controls in conjunction with the T-stand, which is down in the carousel. Let's just have a look again. So T-stand is behind me. And that basically, it's simple and straightforward. I assembled it, so it's not difficult. Basically, what you get is you get a central pole, and then you get 2 bars going across. You put your backdrop over it, and then you put 4 clips into place. That's it. That's all you need to do. And you have a new background then. So when you go live on Zoom, you look good. Okay. So T-shaped stand and the backdrop, both down in the carousel. And we are talking at the moment about, let's come back here. We're talking about the Nexigo N970p, which is down in the carousel. And there you have it. And today, if I just put my glasses on for a moment and let's zoom in, it's 20% off. There's a 20% discount. So today it is $151.99 as opposed to $189.99. And I think it is, in terms of presentation, it's the best camera I've discovered. Okay, now I've got the Obspot, I've got the Brio, which we're going to be looking at the moment. The clearest picture is because of the Sony CMOS chip that is in the Nexigo N970p. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll see the full range of Nexigo cameras from $50 all the way up. All have different features. This one is 4K, 1080p and 720. It's a conference camera. It's got face recognition built in. It can show 5 people on screen at the same time. It's got a central noise cancelling microphone. I love it. It is just a great camera. So that's the Nexigo N970p. Right, so we're going to go on to the next item now. And I'm going to click that here. And the next item we're going to look at is the Obspot Tiny. Now, in order to do that, what I need to do is I just need to do this. Just a minute. So I'm going to change my camera and I'll be back in a minute. I'm changing my camera to the Obspot 4K. And we're going to be back with the Obspot 4K in a minute. Okay, and go back over there and resume and go, just a minute. I'll get there. I'm just changing cameras. Okay, and we cracked it. So I can hide that card. So I'm back soon. Okay, so I've changed cameras now. Now you're now actually looking at the Obspot. If I put that there. No, it's not the Nexigo. Oh, it's the, oh, right, okay, don't you love it when a plan comes together? Let's go here. And what I'm going to do is going to switch a light on. Just give me a second. And I'm just going to switch a light on. This should be fun when I get this. If I go to here and to here, you should be able to see me better now. Okay, now I'm going to use the software. It's strange how things move. Just a second. I'm just going to go like that. No, I'm not. I'm going to go back to me. Okay, I've got a kink in the side. Just a second. And go over there. Let's just go until that kink at the side disappears now. And what I'm going to do is update. Okay, so you're now looking at the Nexigo 970. Sorry, no. You're now looking at the Obspot Tiny, which is down in the carousel. This is our second camera. Now, I got my first Obspot back in January. Basically, I loved what it did because it's a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, I can show you one. This is the Obspot Tiny. It has the lens is mounted on top. You've then got a 2-axis gimbal. Underneath that, you have the camera body. It's a USB-C to USB-A, and you can either mount it. Just a minute. I'll put something down somewhere. Never mind. You can either mount it, as I've done here, on a tripod, or you can mount it on your monitor or desk or PC. So mounting wise, there's a thread in the bottom and you screw in the thread. You can then put it on a tripod. That's the most flexible way of doing things. And it has, hopefully this will work. Just a minute. Just don't go anywhere. I'm just making adjustments to my set. Okay. The first thing to know about this camera is it's got 3 presets. I can go to me, I can go down to the desktop, and I can go out to the garden. Now, I'm doing this early on in the show because at the moment it is 4:20 in the UK, and you've got a special picture there because you've got a reflection of me actually in. And I just wanted to show you my neighbour's gardens. So you've got 3 presets: the garden, the desktop, and me. Okay, and you can change those. I just did change it. I actually modified it slightly just then. You can change any of the 3 presets at any time you want. Let's just look at the main features, and then I'll give you a demonstration of what the OBSBot can do and why it is overall my favorite camera. Okay, it is the OBSBot Tiny PTZ 4K webcam. It's AI powered and it's got autofocus. Autofocus, if I put this in front of the camera, then it's automatically focused. The focus is taken off me. Now you can either have it switched on or switched off. It's up to you. The other thing I can do whilst I'm here is I can just zoom in a little bit. Okay, and I can possibly put myself center of camera. Okay, so there you have it. I'm happier now. I was actually sat off to one side then. Somebody moved my chair. So it's got AI powered framing and autofocus. It's got face recognition, which is the key to it. It is a 4K video conferencing camera, and I'll explain that in a moment, but essentially it can be used as a Zoom call conference camera with people sat around a conference table, one central microphone and one camera which can change angle because it's on the 2-axis gimbal. It has dual omnidirectional microphones, which are quite good, and auto tracking on the 2-axis gimbal we've just seen. It's got low light correction. If I turn my light off, just let me go here and go here, then I will go darker, but you can still see me. The camera is compensating. Okay, and then switch the light back on. The next thing about this camera is it's got magical gesture control. If you go like that, yeah, then the camera will start following you. If you go like that, the camera will stop following you. Or the other way around, I don't know. I think it started to follow me. The other gesture is you can ask it to zoom in, yeah, or you can ask it to zoom out. Okay, so we'll work on that one. Right, magical gesture control. The thing is with that, you don't need to be in front of your computer. You just need to be in front of the camera. So the camera could be mounted on a tripod. You could be moving about the room and you could give the instructions, as long as you're in front of the camera, to actually start following, stop following, and to zoom in, zoom out. Okay. It does have magical gesture control. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones. And just as a reminder, we're actually talking about the OBSBot, which is next to me. Okay, $215. And just whilst we're on price, today the OBSBot is 20% off. So if you go for the OBSBot, you're going to get a 20% discount today. Now, as you can see, I own everything that you see in the carousel. And if you've got any questions about it, then please do ask. I'm here to help. Okay, so if you have questions, then please do ask. Okay. The next thing, it's got the dual omnidirectional microphones with noise reduction. It's got noise reduction, not noise cancellation. So it will lower the background noise, which means that all the speakers at a conference table can be heard. It has 3 presets. We said that we can go to me, to the desktop, and out into the garden, where it's getting darker and darker each time we visit. That is a live feed out to the garden, and then we can come back to the desktop and back to me. So 3 preset positions. It's got AI tracking. It's at this point that I am going to put myself full screen. Okay. Now, this is where the OBSBot is different from other cameras. Okay, let's just take a look at it. If I go here and go here, this, look at, it's tiny is the first thing. It's less than 3 inches in height. It can either sit on a tripod or on your monitor. But the thing is, it's on a 2-axis gimbal, which means it can go up and down. It can go left and right. And it's got face tracking. It can track you. I'm going to prove that now. And every time I say that, I just hope that the next part of this broadcast is actually going to be perfect. Fingers crossed. Anything can happen. Let's go for it. So if I press this button here, I'm going to move back and I'm going to stand up. Okay. Now the thing is, and this is the magic that is the OBSBot, that when I stand up, it's tracking my face. And every time I move, it's putting me in the center of the screen and it's giving me headroom. Okay. And this is one of the best PTZ. I mean, if you look at PTZ cameras, then the price we're at today, $215, 20% off. This is a darn good price for a PTZ camera. Because the thing is that I can actually just walk around. And as I walk around, the camera is refocusing, making sure I've got headroom. And it means that when I'm stood up, I can actually talk about things. Yeah, and I can show you with autofocus. Let's just take the eye tracking bit off, and then you can perhaps see full screen. Okay, so there it is. There's the Aftershocks headset down in the carousel. I wore these early today when I went on my 7-mile walk. And basically that's what I do. In the morning, I go out for a long walk, 5 to 7 miles. But the thing about the OBSBot is it's actually, I've switched it off now because I put my hand up. It actually does follow you. Let's try again. All right. Okay. So it should still follow me. Have you got the feeling that it's not following me anymore? You know when you're doing a live demonstration and you've got your fingers and toes crossed that everything's going to work. This is one of those moments. Okay. Just a second. Let's just go to, when in doubt, go to the software. And as you can see, it's not tracking me. Let's go back here. We're going to that again. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, then try again. Okay, so I'm back on camera now. Okay, let's go for that again, shall we? This time, it's for real. Okay, so what's happening now, as I said, that it's actually following me and it's just so smooth. It's got a fast tracking mode. And you can turn the camera upside down. You can put it on a bracket and you can record in an auditorium or a class. It is so versatile. And you can sit down, you can stand up, you can move anywhere in the room. Now, I've got to tell you that I am now totally out of range, but I'm now back in range. The OBSBot cameras, I'm just amazed by them. I've got 2 OBSBots and I just love demonstrating them. I love using them. I use the OBSBots for recording training videos because I actually train people how to do this, how to do live video. And the OBSBots are an integral part of everything that I do with regard to training. And I just love the fact that it's 4K. Now, if you've got a 4K camera, basically you just plug it straight in. It'll be recognized by your PC or Mac straight away. No problem on that. Then get OBS, add this camera to OBS, set your destination to YouTube, and basically then broadcast to YouTube. Having set to 4K, you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K for free. OBS is free once you've got the camera. And people can watch in 4K and people can watch the replay in 4K. Thank you, YouTube. for such an amazing service for free. And it's well, first of all, let's be honest here. First of all, broadcasting in 4K is a little bit of a shock. I'm broadcasting to you now in 720. Okay. But if I was broadcasting to you in 4K, then you would see, well, let's just put it this way. The 720 makes me look younger. Okay. Let's leave it at that. So we've got to, now's the time to get a 4K camera and just practice how you look on camera, because it is a different experience from broadcasting in 720 and 1080. And it's one we need to get used to. At the moment, that technically there's no problem, but in a browser, we can only go 720, 1080. With OBS, we can, or vMix or XSplit Broadcaster, we can do 4K. We can go 4K to YouTube. There are more and more places doing 4K. But the thing is, if a camera was designed to be 4K, then the quality of display at 720 and 1080 is better than it would ordinarily have been. So it has a good display at 720 and 1080. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying being stood up. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me on Amazon Live. So that is, if I put it next to me again, just bear with me a second. I'm just, okay. You've been watching the OBSpot, which is $215 today, which is 20% off, which is a very good price. And I just love using the OBSpot. So let's put that full screen. Okay, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to adjust. I've got a comment coming in. So let's just see if I've got the comment. And I'm going to switch my camera just a second to me. And we're back. Okay, so you're watching, the camera you're watching at the moment is the OBSpot Tiny PTZ camera, 4K, down the carousel, $215. Thank you for watching on Amazon. And we say hello to Mr. Nick Wood. And Nick, I haven't got your comment in the studio. Okay, no worries. No worries. Strange how things go. Okay, so we've looked at two cameras. We have looked at the OBSpot, and we've looked at the Nexigo N970p. Next is the Logitech Brio. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a comment in the studio, and Alanda, hello. And I'm sending links everywhere. Alanda, thank you for joining me. And Corinda, image is brilliant. And Corinda, again, I may have missed one of Corinda's comments. I got Crisp AI, and will that work on the webcam? Crisp AI works on your microphone. And if you've got it, just put it on. I've got Crisp.ai on mine at the moment. Okay. Crisp.ai is a resource which is noise cancellation. And that means irrespective of the microphone you've got, you can have noise cancellation, which means, as we all know, if your dog barks, the only person who'll hear the dog is you. Okay, so we've looked at the Nexigo. We've looked at the OBSpot. Our next camera is a Logitech Brio. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on screen. And whilst this is on screen, I am going to change my camera. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm just changing the camera and going over to the Brio. Oh, wait a minute, I've got a problem. I've got a technical problem. I knew I'd done that card for a reason. Just give me a second and hopefully I will get, I've got a message in my studio and I'm going to go for it now. And we're here. Okay, we've switched cameras yet again. And I just need to go over to my Stream Deck and start the software. So now we're looking at, we're definitely looking at, I don't need that at the moment. We're looking at the Logitech Brio, which is down in the carousel as the featured item, and it's $148.99. And we say hello to Barry, hello, and thank you for joining me. Let's just see who we've got on the snake at the moment, because let's just see. This will be interesting. We're going to bring the snake on. The snake follows me around everywhere, and whenever you comment, then you're added to the snake. So Barry is leading the snake. I'm in second. Corinda's there. Alanda is in the snake as well. Okay, and Nick Wood is commenting like mad on Amazon, and something's happening. I didn't recognize that camera anywhere. My comments came a little late, but came in the end. I'd recognize that camera anywhere. Thank you. My comments came a little late, but came in the end. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for the comments. Nick, thanks for the advice. I think sometime I think we agree on this. There is a delay between what we see and what's actually happening between our systems. But thank you to everybody who's actually commented. Thank you for joining me live today. And it's always good to actually get together. And I just love, just to let you know how I'm doing this, I suppose we better go here and say that I'm actually broadcasting. Just a minute. I'm broadcasting on be.live. Speaking of be.live, if I go over here, I can tell you that there is a broadcast tonight by be.live with Daniel Meyer, the CEO, and our good friend Grant Saunders, and they're live at 9 p.m. Eastern today, talking about Black Friday, which is a week tomorrow. So if you can, do join them. And if I do this and come back here, oh, what happened there? Hide that. Come back to me. So if you want to watch, then I'll put this on. How can I do this? If I hide this and put this on screen. Just a minute. Just a second. Okay, so this is today. I've just posted the link on Facebook and YouTube. Daniel is live today at 9 p.m. Eastern, if you'd like to join Daniel. And Efrain, and Grant, and David, Utechpia. Okay, so let's turn the snake off for a moment. And as soon as I get comments coming in from Amazon, like Nick's comment, I will bring the snake back. But we're going to let the snake rest for a moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going over to software. Now I'm going to go through the main features of the camera, which is Logitech Brio. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you. Now I've zoomed in too much, haven't I? Okay, what I want to do is go over, let's just have a look. I just need to, because I'm using cameras individually, I just need to set them up. So just give me a second, that's a bit too far. Okay, we're going to settle with that. Okay, this is going to be, well, it is what it is. So let's go over to the details of the Brio. You know, I bought this Brio webcam 2 years ago. And again, it is a 4K camera. It's down in the carousel at $148.99 today, which means it is the lowest cost of the three I'm showing you. And I got this because I was interested in 4K. I wanted to know what all the fuss was about. And basically, as I said, the thing is that if you get a 4K camera, even the 1080 and 720 images are better than a camera which is just 1080 and 720. So it's having this very high definition camera is a benefit on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. In fact, wherever you go live, wherever you're using a webcam, having 4K is a genuine benefit. And this is why I upgraded. I used to have Logitech C920X, which is my first external camera. And I've had that camera for 7 years. Just a minute. Okay. I've had this camera, right? This is this is the Logitech C920X. Okay. And this was my first ever external camera, because 7 years ago, when Facebook Live started, we all wanted to up our game and we wanted to look good on camera. And that meant that we needed not the internal camera, yeah, but an external camera. And the external camera that everybody bought was the C920. And the next logical thing was to upgrade to the Brio when it came out. It is Ultra 4K. It's got a noise cancelling microphone, which is important because it cuts out all the noise all around you. It's got HD light auto correction. If I switch my light off, I'm trying to use the software to do it, then I've gone slightly darker. The camera is compensating for the fact that I've gone darker. But I'm going to put the light back on. Just come here and go here. So the light's back on. It's got a wide field of view. If I go over here, this is my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra down the carousel. It's got a wide field of view. It's got a 90-degree field of view, yeah? And the arc goes around there. That's the area which it can see. And you can push that into 78 or 65 degrees. It is, can't emphasize this too much, it's 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam. So most webcams we've said at 1080p, which is high definition, which is, well, it's very good quality is what I'm saying, but it's better than DVD quality. The auto light adjustment we looked at a moment ago when my head wasn't shiny is called right light. And the thing about the camera is, as I said, it's got 3 fields of view, 90 degrees, and then 78 and 65 within the 90 degrees. Now, what I'm going to do now is a practical demonstration. And this practical demonstration theoretically will work, but this is live video, anything can happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share I've downloaded the software and I'm going to share it now, and I'm going to bring it on camera and bring it full screen. Now, this is a program called Logitech Capture, and just want to get on when you buy a camera, a new camera, or a new microphone, or a new piece of electronic kit, there is always going to be software to go with it. Go to the manufacturer's website, type in the model of your camera or microphone, download the software, install it on your PC or Mac, and you're then going to be able to use your camera or microphone fully. Otherwise, you're just using part of it. It will work out the box, but it works perfectly when you put the software with it. Okay, rant over. Okay, so if I bring this on, take that off screen, and I'm going to put this on screen. This is the software. This is Logitech Capture. And I'm going to go side by side. Okay, so I'm going to take Solo off so that we're both on screen. I like to be on this side, so switch things around so that I'm on the left. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to go here, and I just want to, just give me a second, not there, I want to go here and here. And you know, I'm broadcast. I can, whilst I'm here, I'll just take the logo off for a moment and I'll put my logo on. Okay, so you're watching Stephen Healey live from Wiltshire, England. And if you've unmuted, yeah, if you unmuted, then if I go here, because I'm a Brit and we don't normally do this sort of thing. I can put this anywhere on screen. I can put it up there, down there. If you're enjoying the show, then follow and unmute. It means a lot to every broadcaster that you see. So please do think about following and unmuting. Right, okay, back on to the practical demonstration. And what we're going to do is, first of all, you can see that using the software, I can go down Yeah, if I press that, I will go down and down and down. If I press the other button, I'll go up, up and up, and hopefully I'm back to where I started. I can go left and I can go right. Okay, there's the Samsung all-in-one PC. I can go the other way and get myself back in the center of the screen. Not there. I don't want you to see that bit. Okay, so that's it. That's the, you know, but, and this is basically why you should download the software. This is the major reason. First of all, you want to look as you want to look, not as the camera sees you. You want to present yourself. And if I zoom out once and I go to 90 degrees, then you can now see my office. Okay, you can see my office in its entirety. This is how I look normally. And I don't want to look like this when I'm broadcasting live and I'm as live. I want to give a semi-professional image. So I basically have downloaded the software from logitech.com. Software is called Logitech Capture, and I have control of the camera. So I can decide how I want to look on camera. So what I've decided is that if I go here and I zoom in once, twice, and I go to 78 degrees, yeah, this is this is how I want to look on camera, and I'm in control. Yeah, if I go 90 degrees, then I'm too close to the camera. So I'm going back to 78 degrees. 65 is too wide. 78 is just perfect. So I'm just going between, yeah, the angles. And the software is still next to me. Okay, so using that software, I can do this. I can change the dynamic range, or over here, I can switch off the white balance. Now, Logitech Brio is known for being slightly oversaturated, so I'm going to turn the auto white balance on. I can change the color intensity. I can go bright red, yeah, and then I can just come down and come down. I've got really, looks like I've been out in the fresh air now. Or I can go sepia, and that's just by changing the color intensity. So I can come in now, and there you have it. I'm just going to get to 50%. Okay, 50% is the default. Just let me go here. Okay, 50% is the default, so that worked. I can also change the contrast and the brightness, but that is the software that you can actually use called Logitech Capture. When I came in here, we said 3 degrees, 90, 78, 65. We've looked at those. Versatile mounting options. We've seen that you can actually mount it on your monitor, or you can actually mount it on tripod. It is 4K, 1080 and 720p. It is in the carousel at $148.99. If you want more information, just click the link. It was released Feb 7th, 2017. It's obviously been updated since then. And Logitech Capture is a software which is there. And we've looked at the camera default settings. And just a reminder, if you don't get the software, you will look on camera like this. Yeah. If you have the software, then you can zoom in once, twice, 78 degrees, and that's what the software can do for you. Now, that's true of any camera. This is not just Logitech camera. The software I'm showing you will control Logitech 920, 922, 925, 930, the Brio and the C270. It will control a whole host of Logitech cameras. One set of software, download it, and you're in control. And it's free. The software I'm showing you is free. You bought the hardware, but you have to download the software. It only takes minutes. It installs straight away. It will recognize your Logitech camera, and then you can take control of actually how you look on camera. And just a reminder, today I'm broadcasting from be.live, and I'm using crisp.ai. That's my noise cancellation, so you can only hear me. Yeah, you can't hear any noises going on around me, which is perhaps a good idea. And I'm going to take that off screen. So just a minute. Remove that. Okay, and I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah, and I'm just going to go over here, and I just want to click a button. So what I'm going to do, I'll only be a second, but I'm just changing my camera. So don't go anywhere. I'm still here. And just let me go down here. Let me find out where I am. Found me. Okay, so I'm going to change camera. I'll be back in a second. If you have any questions about... Okay, so I'm going to change camera. I'll be back in a second. You've probably heard me twice then. Okay, I'm just waiting for changes, but I'm going to switch cameras, and we're going to go back to the camera I started with, which is my new, well, it's the best picture I've seen. So I'm switching back, and we're back. Okay, and you are now watching this is the Nexigo N970p. Okay, so this is my camera of choice for actually broadcasting live on Amazon is the Nexigo N970p, but you've just looked at a Logitech Brio, and if I go here and go here, switch that logo off, just a reminder for anybody who's just joined me, I want to say a big thank you. And you are, oh, wait a minute, that didn't work. Just give me a second. Okay, gone. Right, now I can do this and bring this on. Okay, your host is Stephen Healey, live from England. We're talking about live broadcasting. We've looked at Logitech Brio. We're now going to look at, well, let's look at the phone, Samsung S22 mobile, because it says it there. I want to say thank you for watching. If you've got any questions at all about any aspect of this, then please do ask. I'm one of 6 Englishmen broadcasting on Amazon.com. Yeah, we don't have this in the UK, so we've had to come over here, and we're privileged to actually broadcast on Amazon Live, which is Amazon.com. And you can probably tell by the accent that I'm from somewhere in England. I've been in live broadcasting for 7 years now, since before Facebook Live. That's basically when the world changed, when everybody went live on Facebook, and we've been going live ever since. And then Zoom came, and Zoom changed everything, and now we're starting to go niche and reinvent things. But these are still exciting times for live broadcasting software, and having the right camera and the right microphone and the right piece of software to broadcast with. Yeah, I mean, you can broadcast from your mobile phone. There's nothing wrong in that. But in terms of production value, it's better to broadcast from a studio. I mean, I'm a desktop broadcaster. I have been for 7 years. I sit in front of the computer screen and reach out to the world, tell my stories, and listen. Okay, and this is magical for me. This is. Let's just go take that off and just stay on topic for a moment. We are so fortunate to actually have the facility to broadcast live. If I remember back 7 years ago to when all this started on Facebook Live, it was one person on screen, and we thought that was fantastic. You haven't got one person on screen, and they were using the camera in their computer. Yeah. Fast forward to today, you can have systems where you can have, well, certainly broadcasting live like this, you can have 12 people on screen. You can show video, you can show images, you can do share your screen, you can do all sorts of things. We've come a long way in such a short space of time. And the technology is still setting the pace. Talking of technology, that brings me neatly on to our next guest today, who's down in the carousel and has been waiting patiently. And I'm just going to get it right here as well. So just let me set up. I just need to go through one or two things. Okay, and go here and here and here and there. So I'm going to go off solo. I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to show this on screen. So we're now talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which you can see at the side. It is 9. I need to read this. Just excuse me a minute. 998.99. It is 17% off today. Yeah, and it's my favorite. Well, I've got to tell you, I've got to own up here. For the first 3 months of broadcasting Amazon Live, in fact, until the beginning of this year, I couldn't bring my mobile phone and show you it on screen because it was discontinued. Yeah, it was that old. So I thought, I'm looking for a new phone, and I'm an Android guy. So the phone that I went for is the one that's here, which is, put it the right way up. Just give me a second. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22, and we're going to talk about it now. I'm going to tell you about the features, and I'm going to show you a video shot with the camera, and then we're going to look at images. But we've already seen this image was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is the Quartz Garden, which is close to me, and we were there just over 2 weeks ago, and we had a walk around, and I saw this beautiful tree, and I thought, I've got to get under there, and I've got to take this image because this image just works. This morning, well, this is Queen Elizabeth Garden in Salisbury. Again, the photograph is being taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It's got a 108 megapixel camera, and this, I mean, I've had to downsize it to get it on the screen today, but that's the quality of the images. You're actually getting this sort of image, yeah, taken with the camera. And if I go, I'm just looking for one more image, again, taken with the camera. And I'll just go with one more to give you an example of what can be done. And this is where I was walking this morning. This is Kernel Loxin devices. This is the largest Loxin devices. Let's just tidy up. So all these pictures are taken with that camera. Yeah. So you've got the video shot with the camera. You've got Salisbury. You have Roud. These are all in Wiltshire. You've got the Kennisnavon Canal. You've got Quartz Garden, and then you've got the phone itself. Now, basically, it's just, how can I can't do anything. I need to drop something. So I'm going to take off that one. Okay, which means I can go like this. Okay, and then I can go like this. I think. I'm trying to do something. If I try that, how does that work? Okay, if I try that, how does that work? No, all right, okay, you got me. You got me. And Barry's saying great quality. It is. I mean, it's 108 megapixel camera, which is I think without, until somebody tells me different, 108 megapixel camera on the rear is an excellent camera. The lenses on the back, you've got 108 megapixel, you've got 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom. So let's just go through the main features, and then I'll play you a short video actually taken with the camera. So we are talking about, giving its full title. Oh, wait a minute. Just give me a second. Give me a minute. Let's go here and go here. No, I don't want that. I want to change theme. I want to do this. Right, that's better. We're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone. Now, it comes in various guises. You can have 128 gig of RAM, 256 gig, or 512 of memory. Okay. It's got an 8K camera. Yeah. 108 megapixel lens, 8K camera. So this camera on this mobile phone can do 8K images, which I've had to downsize to get them into my studio. It can do 8K images and it can do 8K video. And we say hello to Barry is in Sarnia, Ontario, says great quality. And we're joined also by Harper. Long time no see, sir. I trust that you're well. And thank you for joining the broadcast today. Absolutely brilliant to see you. Excellent. I love the fact everybody turns up. Absolutely brilliant. I'll let you know that in my studio at the moment, it says 99 people are watching live. I don't quite believe that. If you're one of the 99 people watching this live broadcast, can you just say hello, just as Barry and Harper did? And Barry and Harper have probably never seen this. So before I carry on, I'm going to bring the snake on. And as you can see, at the head of the snake is Harper, followed by Barry, followed by me, followed by Corinda. And the snake is going to go, I'll let it do one lap. Yeah. Now, next week, the snake, in conjunction with the tip jar, okay, the lottery jar, basically next week, this will be used to, okay, I'm not quite sure what happened on the phone then. Just a minute, just let me close everything. Right, I've closed everything on the phone. I think I've accidentally pressed the wrong button. Yes, this next week will be used to actually award Amazon vouchers in the run-up to Black Friday. Okay, so I'm going to take the snake off, but we have confirmed that it is there and it is working. I'm just waiting for comments to come through from Amazon. We shall see. Okay, back to this. It has the brightest display that Samsung have ever produced. I can, just a minute, I'm going to close all again. I keep pressing buttons by accident. I've had this in bright sunlight, and basically it does give the brightest display that Samsung ever had. I can read the phone in the brightest of sunlight. Angelica on Google Pixel over can't see a thing. On my Samsung, I can see everything. Okay, now it's got an S Pen, and if I go here, just a minute, it does have an S Pen. Okay, now the thing about the S Pen, if I go here and I can write, I'm concentrating, just give me a second. Hello, Amazon. Okay, so I can write whilst live, which is good. But the other thing is, this the most amazing thing about this is that if you're in a no phones meeting, in other words, you're not allowed to have your phone on, you can still, with the phone off, make notes, save them, and then when you switch your phone back on, the notes will be there. So you can use your Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra as a note taker in a no phones meeting. It has a long battery life. It will last for 24 to 30 hours. And I know that because I let mine go down to 0, but we'll carry on. It shoots 8K super steady video. It has an inbuilt stabilizer, which means that when the phone goes up and down, the stabilizer tries to steady the picture. In fact, it does steady the picture. It can do nightography. I'll give you a sample of that in a moment. And that's the ability to take photographs at night. Just to confirm, it's got 108 megapixel resolution, the main lens, adaptive color contrast for bright sunlight, a long-lasting battery plus fast charging. Down in the carousel next to the mobile phone is the charger I'm talking about. And just a minute, the charger that I'm recommending for any Android phone is the Ugreen 30 watt charger. It's 20% off today. So the charger in the carousel at $15.99, which will work with many phones, click the link and check whether it works with your phone, is only $15.99 today. And it basically, I let the phone run down totally and I recharged it within an hour. So fast charging, I can allude to now. Just going back to the S Pen for a moment. Not only can you use the S Pen to take notes, but you can use it with air gestures. Yeah. So you can, instead of pressing the shutter on the, well, pressing the button on the camera, you can take a photograph like that, or like that, or like that. It's up to you, but you can use it for taking photographs. The other thing is, if I go out of this office, and I leave the pen behind, as soon as I turn the corner, I get a message on my phone saying, have you left your pen behind? Which is very useful. It's happened more than once. Now, the phone itself is unlocked by Samsung. So you can go to your favorite carrier and you can get it's dual SIM. Yeah. So 2 SIM cards, 2 phone numbers, 2 lots of texts. Yeah. And you can choose between SIM 1 and SIM 2. It's simple and straightforward to do. It is unlocked by Samsung. So just go to your favorite carrier. Now, as far as size is concerned, this is 6.8 inches. Yeah. I'm trying not to. I've got the reflection. Just a minute. No, I've got a reflection. Okay, I've got plenty of reflections. Broadcasting in winter is not easy. What? Nearly winter. It is 6.8 inches. It's a WQ HD edge screen. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it at that. I'll put the light back on. In fact, I'll put the light back on with software. How's that? Stop reaching over. Reaching over is rude. Right, charging 5,000 milliamps, 45 watt charging, fastest way to charge, or you can do wireless at 15 watts, which will take slightly longer. The rear camera is 108 megapixels. The front camera is 40 megapixels. Now, these are the best numbers I've seen on a phone. This is the Samsung flagship phone for 2022. The best phone you ever made. It was released on February 9th, 2022. Now, just a note here. If you click link in the carousel, you get more information about it. It is today down in the carousel, and it is on discount. It is $998.99, 17% off, a saving of $201. Yeah, you can save $201 today if you click the link in the carousel. This is the best phone I've ever owned. And I'm going to basically show you now a video, because I said that this has got super video. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play. I've showed you some images. I showed you the photos. Yeah. We looked at the photos. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to take the photos off. I'm going to put the video full screen. So this video was taken. Well, there you go. It uses the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the DJI OM5, which I'll talk about in a moment. I'm going to switch my microphone off and then I'm going to press play. Enjoy the Quartz Garden in England in summer. This is a former industrial estate which was turned into an English country garden. Enjoy. At the Quartz Garden and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. Or like that. or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone, so this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders. And there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August. And the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing that's important this year is that I've got my new eyes, which means that this year I can actually see clearly where I'm going. That's the entrance over there, where you come in, and then you led into the gardens. There's a cafe just around the corner, and everywhere there are places to actually sit down. Angelica's sat down at the moment while I'm taking this video. But if I try and walk a bit faster, the other thing that they said is that you can use this gimbal as a stand, and if you get the Mimo software, it will actually track you. I'm going to put that one to the test, but for today we're just checking the stability and the beauty, which is Courts Garden in Wiltshire. And I'm just trying to find a path which nobody else is taking. Shall we go across here? Okay, so I'm going to go across here. I might come back again in a minute, but see what's through here. And there's nobody. Secret passage. Let's go back again. Right, so that is the Courts Garden in Wiltshire. I just want to run a test. Just give me a second. Testing 1, 2. Right, okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure you could still hear me. So that is the Courts Garden in Wiltshire, and it was shot using this mobile phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It is the best phone in terms of, if we look at, if I bring an image in, okay, in terms of images, it's 108 megapixel camera, it's giving quality images, it's giving quality video, and it's the best phone I've ever had. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone, and it's down the carousel, and it is 17% off today. It's $201 saving, $998.99 is the price of this camera, and I can't find fault with it, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you this is the best camera that I've had for video and for still images and for making phone calls. You can actually make phone calls with it and send and receive texts. Yeah. So built-in stabilizer, 8K video, 8K images. Really, this is the creme de la creme, the top of the range as far as Samsung are concerned. And if you want more information, click the link in the carousel. If you don't want to, if you want to make a note of it and come back, I'm live. Now, none of us know what's going to happen on Black Friday yet. In fact, we don't know until we get to Black Friday. But if you want to do two things, okay, if you follow me there, yeah, and come back, Black Friday is a week tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll be live on your screens. You'll be able to find me. I'm be in the following tab up above, and you can come and talk about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and everything else we've looked at today, and anything that's in my carousel, and you're going to get Black Friday prices. Now, nobody knows what they're going to be, but now is the time to start planning and find out more information. So I'm going to take that off screen, come back to me, and we're here. Okay, so that is Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which I'm going to put back down there. Just a minute, I just need to make an adjustment. Okay, I'm going to close everything, and I'm just going to leave the camera there. Of course, it takes all the normal Android apps. It runs super fast. I mean, basically what I do, if I go here, I think I can tell you a little bit about what I do. Okay, just let me press a button. That one. Okay, I'm going to tell you about 3 items now. And the first item I'm going to talk about, because this program is called Lights, Camera, Action. Yeah, and this is the action part of it. Okay, so I'm going to take the video off, hide. I'm going to take the image off, hide. I'm back to me, and we're talking about the Fitbit Charge 5, which is here. Now, the Fitbit Charge 5 is down in the carousel at the moment, and it is, wow, it's 33% off today. Just a minute. This unit is 33% off. This is a Fitbit Charge 5. And I've had Fitbits now for the last 8 years. This is my 5th Fitbit. This is the one piece of kit that keeps me fit. Fitbit are owned by Google. So as far as backing is concerned, Google liked it so much they bought the company. So Fitbit is owned by Google. 33% off today. Now, the thing about the Charge 5 is that it has 2 features. One, it's a color. Okay, most Fitbits are black and white. This is color, but this has got GPS. Now, what I'm going to do is to say this is not a subscription model. Yeah, you buy the Fitbit, and everything I'm about to show you is totally free. Yeah, you don't have to pay a penny, a cent for what I'm about to show you. So just let me set this up, and I'm just going to share my screen, and let's go over here and share screen. It'll only take me a second to be worth it. I'm going to share a Chrome tab. Now, what I'm going to share with you is my own personal Fitbit dashboard. So you can see it's got my data on for today. You can see how I use it and then how it can help you. Now, the big thing is that with the best will in the world, we want to stay fit. And walking is one of the simplest ways to stay fit. What the Fitbit does is it counts your steps. And 2,000 steps equals 1 mile. I try and do 4 miles a day to stay fit. That's all I have to do. Don't do anything else. I just need to go out my door, walk for 90 minutes, and that's it. And what I do every morning is I'm wearing my Fitbit. I put my Aftershocks headphones on. I pair my Aftershocks headphones with my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I click Amazon Music. Yeah. I switch the headphones on. And then I just go here and I pick a playlist. Okay. And I just press play. Right, I might be talking loud now. Just a minute. Now, the thing is, when you actually, I was actually listening to rock music then on my phone, but I go out 11:30 a.m. every morning, and I go out and I just walk, and I walk for 90 minutes, 5 or 6 miles, and that's how I stay fit. And I wear the Fitbit. But the thing is that this Fitbit, the Fitbit Charge 5, has got GPS built in. I don't need any other software. I don't need Strava. I don't need Map My Walk. I don't need anything else. Everything I'm about to show you is free and available on the Fitbit website. Because when you get a Fitbit, the first thing you actually do is you go over to the website and you register. Yeah, that's the first thing you do when you get a Fitbit. And I can remove that now. I don't need that. I can go here. First thing is community. Fitbit is all about community. At the moment, well, how can I explain this? How should I explain this? Just a minute. I want you to see the screen, not me. Okay, this is my personal dashboard. This is free. This is provided. I've gone to Fitbit.com. I've registered my Fitbit and I've joined the community. Now, there are many communities you can join, all of which are free. If you want advice about any part of your exercise regime, it's there and it's free and you can ask questions. But the next thing is that it's about community. And the community on Fitbit, there's only one word for the community on Fitbit. It is awesome. You've all got one thing in common, which is you want to stay fit using a Fitbit. And every week, run by members, for members, totally free, are weekend challenges and weekday challenges. Yeah. And you can take part in them. They're free to join. And free. And the idea is to come top of the ladder. The person with the most steps at the weekend comes top of the weekend ladder. The person with the most steps during the week comes top of the week ladder. Yeah. That's the way that it works. But the thing is, if I go out the door and I do a 3-mile walk, I've given permission for people in my ladder to see what I've done. And they cheer me on. They encourage me. They encourage me to do exercise. This is people who I've never met from all around the world cheering me to do exercise. And if I see somebody go out and do a 2-mile walk, I cheer them. Yeah. This measures your walk. You just go over here. And if I go over here and I go to, I hope you can see it, just a minute. If I go to the run icon, yeah, press run, it will record my run. That's all you need to do to start it. Just go to run and start it. And having started it, this is what happens. He said that your steps go onto the ladder and you can see yourself going up the ladder. Now, I'm never going to be at the top of the ladder, but I'm going to try and aim to be in the middle. So the first thing about this is community and free weekday challenges, weekend challenges, daily challenges. You can join in for free and you can motivate yourself and motivate other people. The next item in this is if you wear your Fitbit at night, remember this is free, no extra charges. If you wear your Fitbit at night to bed, then it will tell you how long you slept. Now, last night I slept 8 hours, 20 minutes. My target is to sleep 8 hours a night. So it tells me that that was good sleep. Okay. The next bit is what's the most number of steps I've done in a day? Now, the most number of steps I've done in one day is 60,000. I walk marathons, 26 miles, 52,000 steps, and I use the Fitbit to train. This is my training device so that I can walk marathons. Okay. Next item. There is an Android app and an iPhone app. You can download those, connect them to your Fitbit account, and then you can record your weight on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, and you can see the trend on your weight. Also free is a food diary with most American foodstuffs already in there. So you can record what you eat for breakfast, what you eat for lunch, what you eat for your evening meal, and the snacks you have in between. And I have snacks too. And you can track the water you drink. And basically, the Fitbit is counting the calories you spend, and you're diarizing the calories you eat. So for that, basically, that's your food. That's basically your fitness plan all in one. This is free. Okay. And the motivation comes not from a coach.
it comes from your fellow members of Fitbit.com. Now it says my exercise average for the last 28 days is 93 minutes in the zone. I'll come back to that in a minute. But I do 93 minutes exercise in the fat burn or the cardio zone on average every day. Now it's showing me there how many steps I've done each day, Monday through to Thursday. Now, Monday walk, Tuesday walk, Wednesday rest, Thursday walk. But let's just go into. So this is all this is all the result of wearing the Fitbit, and what I'm showing you is free. So today I walked 7.51 miles, which is 14,914 steps. And I still got the energy to broadcast on Amazon Live. Okay, so I must be getting fitter. But it tells you how many miles you've walked in a week, how many miles you've walked in a month, and how many miles you've walked in a year. Now, to me, this is important. In the last 12 months, I've walked 936 miles. I want to walk 1,000 miles a year. I'm using the Fitbit to do that. So today I walked 7.51 miles. Now, because this is a Fitbit charge, and because it has GPS, I don't need Strava, I don't need map my walk, and as soon as I finish my walk, I get this. This might take a second to load, but I'm going to show you now. As I say, I went 11:30 every day. I go for a walk, and I take my Fitbit, I take my Samsung Galaxy S22, and I take my headphones, and this is my walk today, and this is the map of my walk today. This is free when you get the Fitbit Charge 5, which is down the carousel at 33% off. It's $99.95 today. Now, just a minute. Right, okay. So I set off from home. Can you see where I'm at home? I walked around town, around the edge of town, past the brewery, and then down towards the canal. But before I got to the canal, I turned right. Okay, and I went down to a little village called Roud. And that's, yeah, and then all the way down to Roud, across Roud, and then I came to the canal. But I had to go across here quickly. So I quickly went across there, and then I'm walking up the canal, all the way up the canal, and then back home. Okay, so, but it tells me my average pace doing that was 18 minutes 51. Now, the average walking pace is 20 minutes a mile. So I'm below that. And you can see that my pace is varying. I actually got round about here. I got to doing a mile. Just a minute, I need my glasses. I got to doing a mile. Let's find it. Okay, I'm going along there, and then I start going up here. Now, at this point, I'm going uphill, steep hill, so I slow down a bit, and then I get down to doing a mile in 16 minutes. So it shows me where I'm going fast and shows where I'm going slow. But the most important information is here. Right. If you just go out for a walk, you go to the shops, then you're going to exercise, and all exercise is good. But if you can do exercise where you're doing cardio exercise or fat burn, then even better. And if you walk faster than 3 miles an hour, if you can do faster than 3 miles an hour, you will enter the cardio zone or the fat burn zone. Both are good. Now, in my walk today, which is 7.21 miles in 2 hours 17 minutes, average of 1851, my heartbeat average was 120, but I did cardio exercise for 60 minutes and I did fat burn exercise for 63 minutes. So throughout my walk, apart from the beginning, everything I did, I stopped there to take my jacket off, and then I carried on. And all this time I'm doing exercise, good exercise, exercise which is burning fat or doing my heart good. This is what you want. And all this information that I'm showing you now is available for free if you get the Fitbit Charge 5 down the carousel today, $99.99, which is 33% off. Okay, so that's the Fitbit Charge 5. To go with that, and I'm just going to go here, down the featured item now in the carousel is down here. I think I can find it. Okay, so I'm wearing my Fitbit, I've got my phone, and I've got my headphones. Now, a little bit about my headphones. My headphones are Aftershok's open ear Bluetooth bone conducting sports headphones. Right, okay. Open ear. They go over your ear. If I turn sideways, you can see they're not going in my ear canal, they're going over my ear. This means there is nothing to irritate your ear. Nothing. There's nothing to fall out of your ear because there's nothing in there. And the thing about over ear is I can hear, I can talk to the person next to me. I can hear the traffic all around me. It's there, I can hear it. Music's playing, but I can still hear the traffic. My ears are available to listen. I can hear the traffic. I can also hear, as I did 3 times today when I was out for my walk, a cyclist coming up behind me. Yeah, so I can hear all round. It's not affecting my hearing. Bone conduction. Right. Normally, when you put your headphones in, just a minute. If I was to put earbuds in, yeah, those go inside my ear, and that's good. And the sound from here goes through my outer ear to my inner ear. On these headphones that I'm wearing, the sound goes through my skull. Okay, so vibrations go through my skull into my inner ear. So that's basically, I'm listening in the normal way, but I'm using bone conduction to do it. They're sports headphones. These are ideal for walking, jogging, running, and cycling. They're absolutely brilliant. They stay in place. And well, let's say a little bit more, shall we? Okay, compared to this, they are open ear design, so you can hear everything around you. The technology in these headphones is patented. If you charge them, and they take less than an hour to charge, they have an 8-hour battery life. So I charged them the night before. They're waterproof to IP67. In English, don't swim with them. But I live in England, yeah, and I go out and, I go running and walking. I go out and it rains. I got wet Monday and Tuesday this week, and the headphones just coat with it. They are waterproof. They've got a waterproof coating on them. The charger, I'm not sure whether I can actually show you the charger with it. No, I can't. Okay, the charger is unique to the headphones, and basically it checks for moisture, because the thing is, rain and moisture, you don't want to do that when you're recharging. It does have moisture detection alert for recharging. Lightweight. Now, when they say lightweight, these weigh 26 grams, which is less than a bag of chips, or as we say in the UK, a bag of crisps. So they are lightweight. And the thing is, you can wear these, as I do every day, for 2-3 hours, and you just forget you're wearing them. They are so light. Just a minute. Multifunction buttons on the headset itself. Just a minute. Okay. If I put these at the front of the screen, you'll be able to see them. Okay. There, or possibly there, if I put them in front of the camera. I'm trying to get them in the front of the camera. Oh, right. Okay, I'm going to tell you about it. You got play, you got pause, you got skip, to the next track. You've got an active voice assistant. You can take calls and you can make voice dial calls. I'm going to take that off. That didn't quite work. Everything, this is live video. Things are meant to go wrong. Honestly, things are meant to go wrong. This is live video. Right, okay, that's the last item I'm going to talk about today. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live today. I'm back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on Friday, and we'll talk about more things in the carousel. Next time you see me, do say hello. And just to catch up on the comments, last comment I showed was from Harper, which says, hello, Stephen. And then Corinda, I've got to ignore this, Corinda. I've just got to carry on. To everybody who's watched me live, I'd like to say a big thank you. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now from Wiltshire in England. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.